I want to take a look at a chart of the NASDAQ as well here. Mentioned the NASDAQ gets up about 0.6% now to 2577, and you can see the NASDAQ took out a swing point yesterday right in this area here of 2555. Heard Tom on his show talking about the fact that it went through that swing point in pretty light volume, and this is still a situation that we're dealing with in this market. Headed into today, the NASDAQ was up 5 out of the past 6 trading sessions, and volume on each occasion was either average or below average. So it's just not clear to me. We know there's a lot of money on the sidelines. There's a lot of institutional money still on the sidelines. Fund managers, pension funds, whatever the institutions are out there. And you can tell when that new money starts to come in when you start to see volume expand. Okay, I'm talking 2.5 billion shares on the NASDAQ, maybe even 3 billion. So I suspect we'll start to see some institutional activity in the month of September. And hopefully we get a good jobs report this Friday that's going to continue to cause money to come into this market. But during the recent move off the lows, the volume in the NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange has been pretty miserable. Looks like volume today is going to come in about 15 to 20% higher than Monday. Of course, volume yesterday was very, very light due to the hurricane, tropical storm Irene, and a lot of damage that caused in New York and New Jersey. So volume looks like it'll pick up on the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ today compared to Monday's levels, but still doesn't look like a whole lot of volume coming in. Taking a look at oil, up 1.9% today to $88.90 a barrel. Gold up 2.1% to $1,829.80 an ounce. Gold got a lift after Chicago Federal Reserve Bank President Charles Evans, he spoke to CNBC this morning, basically said that a 9.1% unemployment rate is, quote, consistent with recession, end quote. And he was pretty blunt. And I've been saying all along that we go out into 2012, the summer of 2012, fall of 2012. We'll probably look back in the summer, fall of 2011 and say that we were in a pretty significant soft patch in the economy. Whether or not we hit negative GDP growth in the third or fourth quarter, I don't think that's likely. But if we're not in a double dip right now, we're pretty close. The Fed President Charles Evans also said that the U.S. economy would have been much worse off if not for the additional accommodation that came with QE2. So his comments earlier today gave gold a lift. We can take a look at the GLD, the Spider Gold Trust, which trades at 1/10 the price of gold bullion. The GLD is currently up 2.7% to 178.62 an ounce, still holding well above its 50-day moving average at 160.50. Some big volume. Gold came off its top in very, very heavy volume on these 2 days right here, has started to rally back in light volume, but its technical strength still can't be ignored. Checking some economic data today. A healthy market is a market that shakes off bad news, and we got pretty bad news earlier today when the Conference Board came out with its latest reading on consumer confidence. It's no surprise that the consumer is not confident these days. So there was a drop was expected in the Conference Board Consumer Confidence Index, but it was a much bigger drop than expected. The index fell to a reading of 44.5 in August, down from 59.2 in July. The Conference Board said that a contributing factor to the drop in confidence might have been the debt ceiling discussions. The index is now at its lowest level in more than 2 years. And, on my show, I've mentioned the Investors Business Daily TIP Economic Optimism Index. We'll be getting a look at that in the next week or two. One of my favorite confidence indices. That has been registering really horrific readings for a couple of months now. So consumer is not confident, but the market is rallying. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
Direction Shares Leverage ETFs fuse the benefits of exchange-traded funds with the innovation you expect from Direction, providing investors with opportunities to magnify their short-term perspective, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. Direction Shares, ETFs to the power of X. To learn more about Direction Shares, click on the Direction banner on the front page of TFNN.com or call 866-476-7523. There is no guarantee that the funds will achieve their objective. The ETFs are not suitable for all investors and should be utilized only by sophisticated investors who understand short-term trading, leverage risk, consequences of seeking daily leverage investment results, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. An investor should consider the investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses of Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information and can be obtained at directionshares.com. Please read the prospectus carefully before investing. Distributed by Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real money masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks. Something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Breakout Investing on TFNN. I'm your host, Ken Shreve. Just heard from Al in Denver asking about TZA. Go ahead and give me a call, 877-927-6648. If you have a question about a stock or what's going on with this market, do we have more gains in store? Or is this jobs report on Friday going to put a lid on this rally. Hopefully we'll see a good number this Friday. Perhaps the market is pricing in right now better than expected jobs data on Friday. Another interesting piece of economic data came out today. This is actually when stocks turned positive. It was actually a very solid performance for the market pretty much all day today. Even when we were trading lower, the indices were never down by that much. And again, we talked about this dismal reading in consumer confidence that we got earlier today at 10 a.m. Eastern, but the selling in the market was fairly muted. Then the Fed minutes came out from the latest Fed meeting, and what we saw inside those minutes was that there was no real consensus among Fed officials about what the next step is going to be, specifically if the economy continues to falter and economic data continue to be pretty weak. Of course, the Fed could do more asset purchases, but there's no real consensus right now. The one thing that came out of Friday's meeting in Jackson Hole, or the speech in Jackson Hole where Bernanke spoke, there was a one-day Fed meeting scheduled in September, but Bernanke said that that's going to now be a two-day meeting on September 20th and 21st, and the thinking there is that the Fed is going to have much more economic data to work with, including the jobs report this Friday, and they'll continue to talk what if scenarios if GDP growth and slows and economic data just continue to worsen. I'm in the camp that I'm just a believer in a resilient economy. I'm not an economist, but I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed and hope that the jobs number this Friday is at least in line with expectations. And the economy has throughout history has shown a tendency to bounce back with resilience, and concerns about its underlying health may turn out to be overblown. So also today we had news on home prices. They slumped 4.5% in June. That was better than the estimate for a 4.7% drop, but mostly flat with May. Prices increased 3.6% during the second quarter versus a 4.1% decline in the first quarter. That's according to the latest report from the S&P Case Schiller study. The report also showed that prices rose in June in 19 out of 20 metropolitan areas, but remained well below year-ago levels. So it is interesting. The home builders sold off with the market. If there's one area of the market, you've seen a lot of heavier volume declines in market-leading stocks, growth stocks, and pretty much no sector was spared when the market started coming in hard in early August. But if you look at charts of several home builders, whether it's a Toll Brothers or an NVR, you do see a lot of heavy volume during the recent decline, but several heavy volume gains during the market's recent rally, and that's a lot more than other stocks can say. I'm talking about the fact that I want to see more signs of accumulation, not only in the indices but in individual stocks as well. Still seeing a lot of low volume gains in the market and in stocks that I might be interested in, but the home builders have been rallying recently in expanding volume. That could be a sign that that big investors are starting to nibble in that sector. A sector does not interest me right now. I tend to look at strong price performers, leading stocks in the market, not lagging stocks like the home builders. Coming up tomorrow, so we had a lot of economic data today. Coming up tomorrow, we've got the ADP employment change. Private payrolls are expected to rise 100,000 after a 114,000 gain in July. Mentioned the jobs report this Friday. The estimate is for non-farm payrolls to rise 73,000 after a 117,000 gain in July. Also tomorrow, the Chicago Purchasing Managers Index is expected to come in at 53. That's would be down from 58.8 in July. Take a look at some earnings reports today. Really one of the stars of the day. Dollar General, that's ticker symbol DG on the New York Stock Exchange. Take a look at Dollar General. It is up 6.5% today to $35.99. A good solid technical breakout taking shape here, and let's take a look at a weekly chart of Dollar General and see how this looks. See a strong breakout today over 35.09. Fundamentally solid, technically solid, good breakout. Like to see these in the early stages of a rally. We'll be right back, folks.
You're in the market for a jumbo loan anywhere from $417,000 all the way up to $3 million, and you have a FICO of at least 720, then Everbank is your answer. For more information, call Everbank today at 877-471-5970 to talk with a member of their concierge team that will walk you through the variety of loans they offer. That's 877-471-5970, and let them know you heard this offer on TFNN. Everbank, 877-471-5970.
TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com. Win free silver all summer long during our Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway.
We do have a winner today, and he happens to be from my own state of California, Jorge Sandoval from Bellflower. Jorge, how are you today?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Hey, congratulations on winning the Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway. How's it feel to be a winner?
I'm excited. I feel so good right now.
All right. That's good to hear. And you've been listening to TFNN for how long now? Are you a new listener, old listener? What's the story?
I'm a new listener, 4 months.
Oh, wow. Okay. We appreciate you listening very much.
Wow, thanks a lot.
Through Labor Day, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only. One lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for more information. Win free silver all summer long during our Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin Burnstone Mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone Mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister Mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York Stock Exchanges under the symbol GBG.
This segment is brought to you by Direction Shares. To learn more about tactical tools for the sophisticated active investor, hit the Direction Shares banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Hi, Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Breakout Investing on TFNN. I'm your host, Ken Shreve. The number to use is 877-927-6648. And before we get back into talking about the market here, just a reminder that every day for several weeks now, TFNN has been giving away a beautiful silver coin. It's called the Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway, and wanted to announce today's winner. It is Hassan Khaled from Arizona. We weren't able to make contact with Hassan, but if you know him or know of him, or maybe Hassan, if you're listening now, you can call the station 877-927-6648 and claim your coin, and if you could call within the next hour or so, that would be great. But to register for your chance to win a beautiful silver coin from Great Panther Silver, just go to the homepage of TFNN.com and you can register for free for your chance to win. Before we went to break, we were talking about outstanding earnings from Dollar General, one of three retailers that reported earnings today. Again, just looking at a weekly chart of Dollar General, you can see a good strong breakout today over prior resistance at 35.09. The more technical breakouts in heavy volume you see in the early stages of a market uptrend, I believe the better chance the market uptrend has of succeeding. Again, we saw a sign of strength by the NASDAQ last week on Tuesday. We saw another sign of strength on Friday after Ben Bernanke spoke in Jackson Hole, but there really weren't a whole lot of stocks around there. Yeah, there were some fertilizer names doing well, and some gold names and things like that. But leadership really wasn't as broad as I wanted to see it. Today, starting to see definitely more breakouts, and we're going to go over a few more of those. But Dollar General, excellent earnings earlier today. Earnings were up 24% year over year to 52 cents a share. Sales up 11% to $3.58 billion. Pretty good same-store sales growth in the quarter. They were up. Same-store sales up 5.9% in the second quarter. And believe it or not, Dollar General doesn't have an e-commerce site, but they did announce along with the earnings that their new e-commerce site is going to go live on September 8th. So I'm not sure if this is a revamped site or it's their first foray into e-commerce. It seems a little late, but they have a new e-commerce site that is going live on September 8th. Moving on, let's take a look at DSW, one of my full disclosure here, favorite places to buy shoes. DSW shares up 0.5% today to 47.46. A lot of charts in the market right now look like DSW. This is just a classic example of a base building stock, a stock that came down pretty hard with the broad market and started to work its way higher. It's back above its 200-day moving average. Now it's approaching its 50-day moving average at 49.45. As I often say, the 50-day moving average, once a stock falls below that, it can turn into sort of a resistance area for a stock. So I'd like to see DSW get back above its 50-day moving average, complete its base, and when it completes the base, that's probably going to happen around the the $52, $53, $54 price level. So it still has a little more work to do to prove itself. Am seeing some accumulation in the stock in recent days, which is a good sign. Pretty good earnings at DSW. This is a fundamental powerhouse here. They're a company that has a good track record of growth. Earnings were up 42% from a year ago to 74 cents a share. Sales were up 15% to $476.3 million. But DSW, good track record of execution. Still has more work to do though to complete its base. All right, folks, we'll come back and talk about more breakouts today. Stick with us.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives traders, investors, and money managers a thorough strategy for trading in the gold market. If you're an investor in gold or any of the gold mining equities, this newsletter is an essential tool that can help you become a better trader in the gold market. The Gold Report comes out every Monday with complete coverage of the entire gold market, including the XAU, HUI, the dollar, the bond, the rand, as well as more than 35 different mining equities. For the low price of $150, you will receive 13 weeks of the Gold Report, or you can order up to a full year for under $500. If you'd like to find out more about the Gold Report, log on to tfnn.com, or for more information, call our office at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of the Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at tfnn.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real Money Masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks, something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of tfnn.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever. At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
I'm very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, Did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
Yeah, I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we waited at was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
This segment is brought to you by BackTech Environmental. For more information, just click the BackTech banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Breakout Investing on TFNN. I'm your host, Ken Shreve. Let's take a quick look at the markets here. We're strengthening into the close here, and I think that's going to be 6 out of 7 for the NASDAQ. Still, listen, everybody's been complaining about the volume, and it's still not that great, but the pace of volume seems to be picking up, so that's a good sign. Right now, we have the Dow up 86 points. That's almost 0.8% to 11,625. The NASDAQ up 27 points. That's 1%, call it, to 2589. And the S&P 500 up about 9.5 points. 0.8% to 1219. So mentioned volume yesterday on the New York Stock Exchange was 910 million shares. Looks like volume today could be around 20% higher than Monday, so that's a good sign. NASDAQ volume yesterday was 1.65 billion shares, below average. That's also tracking about 20% higher today. So even if it ends 20% higher or so, that'll bring NASDAQ volume in at about 2 billion shares today. Remember, its average daily volume is right around 2 billion, 2.1 billion shares. So it's not I'll reiterate, it's not clear to me that new money is coming in from the sidelines. I think there's a chance that it will happen, but there's still a lot of money on the sidelines, and it's just not clear. When I look at the volume behind the recent rally, average or below average, it would be nice to start to see some accumulation in the indices. Believe me, everybody's enjoying the rally that we've seen over the past 6 or 7 days, and there is a lot of stuff working in the market, which is a good thing. I would say that today is probably the best day yet for technical breakouts. We mentioned Dollar General earlier. We take a look at J2 Global Communications. This is an interesting stock. It has the company provides internet-based fax, voicemail, email, and call handling services. They really reported a strong quarter back in early August, right in this area here where the stock gapped up sharply. It pulled back along with the broad market, came down to its 50-day moving average, and then it is breaking out today, up 4.6% to 32.22. Kind of a strange technical formation, but there's good volume in the stock today, very strong volume. When it reported earnings in early August, earnings were up 41% year over year to 65 cents a share. Sales were up 40% to 85.7 million. What's good about J2 Global Communications, you'll hear me talking about accelerating sequential revenue growth, and you have it at J2 Global Communications for 3 quarters in a row. So the rate of growth, the rate of revenue growth has been picking up quarter after quarter, and that's generally a sign of strong demand for a company's product and services. News around Green Mountain Coffee Roasters today. Obviously, this has been a super high flyer, big market winner. Some people say this stock still has more left. I have to say its technical picture still looks compelling. It has made a major price move. This is a bull market leader over the past couple of years, and one thing that we know about market leaders over the past 2 years, or any leaders during a bull market that are up several hundred percent, their run eventually ends. Now, a lot of bull market leaders look a lot more worse for the wear than GMCR. I mean, this is a stock similar to Apple. Let's see, what's another stock that came down to its 50-day? Maybe a MasterCard that came down to its 50-day moving average, found support. Most stocks just broke through support levels starting in early August, mid-August. They broke through support in spades, but there were a few growth stocks that were able to hang in there, and Green Mountain was certainly one of them. News today, well, Starbucks said today that its coffee will be sold in Green Mountain's Keurig K-Cup single-serve portion packs in grocery stores and specialty retailers in the U.S. starting in November. And there are a lot of people that are thinking that now that Starbucks is being carried by Green Mountain, that's going to continue to fuel earnings growth. Green Mountain is not a cheap stock by any means. Currently selling at 61 times 2011 earnings and 39 times 2012 earnings, but the growth rate is very real here, and I always look at PE ratios in alongside how fast a company is growing, and believe it or not, Green Mountain's valuation still seems in line with how fast the company is expected to continue to grow in coming years. So I was an early adapter of the Keurig brewing machine, have owned one for several years now, and it's a great product. And so the Starbucks coffee is going to hit stores in November. Green Mountain getting a lift as a result. It's trading up close to 5% today to 103.33. There's a little resistance level in Green Mountain's chart here, just over what is that? I think it's $105 a share. Let me just double check, get a different look here. If Green Mountain can get over this 105, 106 level right here, this does look like a decent double bottom pattern on a daily chart. It's a little short, but again, if it can clear that resistance level and heavy volume, shares may be worth a nibble. Let's take a look at Monroe Muffler and Brake. That's ticker MNRO on the NASDAQ. Another strong performer. Stock's having a good day today, outperforming. Good volume in the stock. It's up about 3.5% to 40.76. Here you can see the daily chart volume pretty strong in the stock for the past 3 trading sessions. Let's go ahead and switch over to the weekly chart. Take a look at Monroe Muffler and Brake. It's a company that provides automotive undercar repair and tire services in the U.S. Pretty good fundamentals here, but I really like this chart, and this is another example of just a good, solid technical breakout in the market today. You've got a little bit of volume behind the move, but fundamentally very strong, a good, steady track record of growth. Return on equity is 18%. Good, solid company here. Good, solid breakout this week over $38.48. It's currently trading around $40.62. Remember, the key point with buying breakouts is that you do not want to chase a stock. When it breaks out, you don't want to chase it more than 4 to 5% past that buy point. Then you're buying an extended stock, and you could be setting yourself up for for a non-profitable trade. So try to catch stocks as close as possible to the buy point. Monroe doesn't look extended yet, but a good, solid performer today. Stick with us, folks. We'll be back in a flash.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and very, very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com.
Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. My new book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, is for sale at Amazon.com for only $18.40.
Welcome back, everyone. Ken Shreve with you. Thanks for listening to Breakout Investing on TFNN. We have about 5 minutes left to go in Tuesday's close, so let's take a look and see where we're at here. The Dow up 56.5 points now. That's 0.5% to 11,595. NASDAQ up 19 points. That's 0.8% to 2581. And the S&P 500 up 6 points. That's 0.5% to 1216, call it. So, at this point, folks, as the week progresses, we've come up pretty hard off the recent lows. Again, I think today is going to be 6 out of 7 for the NASDAQ if it ends higher, which looks like that's going to be the case. There hasn't been a lot of volume behind the recent move, which tells me that there's still a lot of money on the sidelines. And, low volume rallies typically makes for a weak foundation. It makes it easier for sellers to come out. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I am encouraged by the number of technical breakouts, especially in the market today. The crop of leaders seems to be broadening out at least a little bit, but what a market rally needs is fresh institutional money, and until that comes in with conviction, it's still expect some volatility and some probably some back and forth action, but overall, I'm encouraged by recent market action, and that's a good thing. Wanted to take a look at New Skin Enterprises today. The stock is up 6% to 42.45. Looking at a daily chart here, another example of a good, solid technical breakout. Let's flip over and take a look at the weekly chart for New Skin Enterprises. This is ticker US on the New York Stock Exchange, and this is also a good example of a breakout over $41 a share. It's at $42.29, so I don't think the train has left the station here. Remember, you don't want to chase stocks when they move more than 4 or 5% past a buying area. New Skin still looks within range here. And so this is just another example of a good breakout taking shape. Why is it important to look at breakouts in the early stages of a rally? Well, let's take a look at Chipotle Mexican Grill. Stock is up 2% today to $311.52. It remains to be seen if Chipotle is going to be able to maintain its leadership position. I'd like to see Chipotle break above $320 a share thereabouts. It's an outstanding company. They move a lot of food at those restaurants, but this is another example of a base building stock. If it can get over 321, say 321, 322 in this area here, I think its technical picture will improve quite a bit. But I wanted to show you what Chipotle looked like last year around this time, right when the NASDAQ was about to run up about 25%. We had that good, strong follow-through day in the NASDAQ back on September 1st, 2010, and you can see Chipotle was forming a nice base here, and it broke out right when the NASDAQ followed through it. If you were paying attention to breakouts, you can see what this stock did from that point. When it ran up, pretty much got a double over the next year or so. So when market conditions are improving like they are, you want to pay attention to stocks showing relative price strength in the market. You want to pay attention to stocks with good fundamentals showing good relative price strength. That's why I've been going through some of these breakouts that have been taking shape in recent days, because the more we see of them, I think the more optimistic that we can be that we may see a little more strength here between now and the end of the year. So Chipotle, a big leader last year when the NASDAQ followed through. Coming up after the close, real quick, we have earnings from Phillips Van Heusen. Tomorrow, earnings from Joy Global and Cooper Companies. I'll be back Thursday, folks, 3 Eastern. Have a great one.